Hi guys, I've got my boxes. 2 boxes, there's one there and one here, and an Eric. Let's have a go. Let's turn that around. I can show you there. So I've got 1 box there, I've got this box here, and Derek's just under the camera. So he's either going to knock it off or he's going to get involved. We shall see. So I'm just trying to set you up a little bit so that you can see here. Now this box is huge and I want it emptied quick. Here comes Eric. So on top, first of all, it's got threads. Right, here's the first little box, and I've got some pieces of leather, which is always going to be useful for something. Little scrap. It's nice, good strong thick bits of leather, and a belt, an old leather belt. Definitely leather. That's a bit old. So paper is dated, hopefully. Weekend take drawing. Oh, it's how to draw. Look, it's his drawing practice. Let me see if I can find a date. Here we go. What's this? Particularly liable to offend. Family ratings. This is going to be November because there's Pudsey there. He's November. Children in need. Still looking for a date. High definition, so it's not old. Any date on here? 2008. The promotion ends on 28th of February 2008. So this is from 2008, these papers. I don't need to keep them. These are, oh look, it's how to draw. Whoever it is, whoever this belongs to has clicked out how to draw a ferret, how to draw a mouse, a cat, and okay, crimply paper, sorry about that. So there's 3 little ones of those. Get rid of them. We've got poster paint. Can you see? It's set like a rubbery. So they can all go straight in the bin. Oh, that's the lid of that. I have a bin bag right here. There's a spool of burgundy thread which is tied itself down there. So let's get that out of the way. Okay, spool of thread. Cool. Whatever was in there. Eye caps. Here we go. A mister. It was a mister. 28 caps. Dietary supplement. Eye caps. Maintains healthy eyes. This is dated 2008 as well. But luckily it's not caps to maintain eyes. It's poppers. Jeans poppers. Perfect. I've got Robin sitting right there. He's being very quiet. I'm sure he'll give us some input soon. He's got some brilliant things. You've got some prizes, haven't you?
Yes, dear.
Yes, dear. Right, so that's that little basket emptied. I'll put things in there in a minute. Right, first thing off the top is a broken tin. An old biscuits for cheese. Crawford's biscuits for cheese. Does it have a use by date on it? Let me have a look. Sometimes they had best before dates and things, and then you can date how long he's had the tin. No. Right. Oh, yes, lovely. Self-covering buttons. Don't laugh. One man's trash is another man's treasure. These are reusable. Cannot rust. Cover your buttons. Look here, there's a big one. We could do a little tiny cross stitch and put that on there, couldn't we? And cover our button with a little cross stitch. Make a little brooch. There's, oh, tiny piece of paper on there. (22nd of the 2nd, 1967, 3 dome 45 green wool. She obviously had 3 green wool buttons covered. Oh my gosh, here they are. There's the green, there's 2 of the green wool buttons, covered buttons. Excellent. That's what's in that little bag. I'm going to pop them in there. So, got a whole bag of buttons to cover. Right. I wonder if these belong to the same person that owned the, because these are tailoring buttons.
Yeah.
I've got plastic buttons, but they're not new plastic buttons. I've got taupe ones. Sorry about that, paintbrush at work. Taupey buttons. So I've got a little bag of taupe. Oh, the bag of white's escaping. So I've got white buttons. Oh, I've got toggles. I've got brown, nice chocolatey brown buttons. I've got shades of grey, not quite 50, more than 50 buttons. I've got a green grey in there. More grey, some bigger ones. What can we do with 11 million buttons, everybody? These are a very, very dark brown. Now, to me, these look like buttons that go on the insides of trousers. I think these are tailor's buttons rather than like buttons that people would get to sew onto. Excuse the rattle, I'm just going to tip these in here. And that tin is already split, so the tin can go away. So I've got lots of buttons. A paper packet, a sealed paper packet, which has, ooh, little gold buttons with a little fox's head on them. Not gold, a gold colour. Okay, I think these are tailor's buttons. Oh, these are a bit nicer. These ones have a little crest on them. A little crest on those ones. A little handful of buttons there. I quite often bid on boxes of buttons and miss out, you know, but they're like people's button tins. And then in here I've got some big jobby toggles. These are the ones that get put on duffel coats and things. My mum's got some of these in her button tin. So, and a little bit of beige. Well, it's paracord. It's thin paracord, but it's what I'd call paracord. Gosh. Okay, so that's the first tin taken care of. Right, so they can go in there with that. I'll keep the thread out. Okay. Next, oh, I've got an electrical device, Robin.
Give me it.
Oh, it's heavy.
What's that?
What's that?
Ooh, gimme. Oh no, it's maybe 3-phase.
Sew Trick Limited, London sewing machine motor. There's a sewing machine.
That could be.
I've got the pulley for it.
Oh, that's fantastic. You got the other bit?
I've got a bolt.
No.
Got a bolt and a pulley.
Oh, I wonder how many RPM this does.
It's written in German.
Ugh.
Right. Instruction for sewing machine motor and foot controller. No, it's not. That's not the wording that goes with it. Right. There's a sewing machine motor. I think this was the tailor's box. I wonder if I've got his patterns. Oh, crikey. Well, I've got his buttons. Okay. Oh, they're beautiful. These are sort of a see-through grey. They're lovely, those ones. I've got his buttons. Navy blue. Sealed in packets. Sherwood. Dark grey. Got the buttons. These are all... Oh! There's the pretties and brights. Fine peak, size 30, brown grey. I have tailor's buttons and a sewing machine motor. Oh, I've got the... You know what these are for? These are the buttons I'm going to hang the little... I'm going to use these buttons to hang the advent pillows. That's what they're going to be used for. I'm going to keep them there, put them out on the table there. Buttons. This tin is exclusively full of buttons, buttons, and more buttons. I've got buttons. I've got more buttons. Oh, there's the wooden. There's the wooden ones and the leather ones. Your 1970s jackets. These are the boys. Look at that. Look at that little leather button. Isn't that gorgeous? So, I have this chap's button collection, but they're tailor's buttons. They're not all pretties. There's certainly some pretty ones in here. There's the browns. So lots and lots. You're having fun with that. Robin's examining the... Oh, some of these are actually really pretty. That one there is early. That's really early plastic. You can see how early plastic that one is.
I don't know how many RPM it is.
Oh, there's one way to find out.
Yeah, it's 240 volts.
So is it not any kind of go, or is it something, we should sell? I mean, it weighs a ton.
It's just yeah.
Dark green. I have
It's AC, so if you get a wee shot for it, it'll be interesting.
You always say that, and you always shock yourself. Buttons. Little buttons. They're black ones. They're mixed. They're the leathery ones. And this here, mind the noise. There's a single pretty pink one. There we are. 26th of the 6th, 88, 1988. 42? No.
No.
32.
32.
32.
No.
Yeah.
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 Scary, huh? That makes you nearly 50, old man. There we go. Tea time creams. Biscuit tin. Brilliant. We'll probably keep that one because that tin's not split. We'll probably keep that tin and fill it with some junk in the shed. Yeah. I'm going to give that one to you. Oh, there we go. There's that's for making the click, in that little pot, the jeans rivets. Always useful to have. I mean, I have one already. Ooh, Selfridges. This little box here is a Selfridges box. Gardenware. 1 1/4 cup hooks, brass. Okay, I've got,
Oh, excuse me.
very sturdy curtain rings and rivets. Are these bag rivets, clothes rivets? Look, see? Tell me what that is. My hands feel grubby.
That's exactly what they are.
And I've got little
Is
tiny...
it not that wee tool that you've got?
No, that's for making poppers. I've got one of those. And these are for the handmade buttons. You push that along and then you put that on and that holds your handmade button in place. So I've got some of the clasps. So I've got rivets. See, I thought he was a bag maker. I thought so because look, that's for a bag. I thought that's what well, I haven't actually been through the bag of, so it's a gorgeous little Selfridges box, Oxford Street, London, jewellery, watch and silver departments. Pity that wasn't full of jewellery, watches and silver, really. Never mind. On we trot. Okay. We've got 2 Silent Night, single, super soft bed linen. There's a fitted sheet and a flat sheet. Sealed, never been opened. 2 bits of bed linen. And there's something else in there as well. That, is it pure cotton? 50% is cotton, 50% cotton, 50% polyester. Very useful for mock-up fabric. Cream is no good in our house at all. Plus they're as old as the hills. So I'll use that for like mock-up fabric and things like that. An old piece of Velcro, not necessary. He was a tailor. Tailor's chalk.
Oh,
Definitely
yes.
a tailor. He was a tailor. I knew he was a tailor. I've got his patterns and his buttons and his tailor's chalk. How much tailor's chalk am I ever going to need? Well, I've got more than I ever thought I'd own. Haven't actually got any tailor's chalk. I'm making Maddie a cape soon. Oh, here's the box. Here's the box of tailor's chalk. Oh! H.H. Hancock, London. Tell me what that is. It's in an old Cadbury's milk tray box. Little chocolate box, Cadbury's milk tray. Look at that. There's a £1/2 pound of Cadbury's milk tray in there.
It's like a pencil.
It'll be for marking. It's in with the tailor's chalk, so it'll be for marking. Do you think that's like graphite or something to draw patterns on a light fabric where the tailor's chalk doesn't show up?
What it could be used for is to lube. If you put out needles and things like that, because it really, what's that?
Don't swear. Now these are the press stud tools. These are for those rivets. Press stud tool ×1. It's got a little instruction leaflet in it. Press studs. There we go. And I've got a whole box full of poppers. And I've got the tool to do the poppers. Well, I've got 2, 3. They're all different colours. I've got 2 lots of 57, which are the silver ones. Colour 68. Oh, look at this old sellotape. Oh, colour 68's never been opened. Oh, colour 68's got a black cover. I've got a whole box of press studs. Paper bag's seen better days. Let's get rid of that. Bottoms, studs, tops. Size 2-2, size 2-2. I've got tops and bottoms of studs. Little studs. So I've got the tops and the bottoms of those. Oh, how glorious. And I've got another silver one. That's come out of that box. there. Put that back in there. Now my box is Foster's, no ifs or buts, size 11, quality casuals, shoes, size 11. So he had big feet. Must have been a big bloke. Size 11 feet's quite big, isn't it? Oh, that's like off a halyard from a flagpole. Fantastic. Oh, I've got some pins. I've got medal pins. Oh, he'll have done medals. If he was a tailor, he'd have done medals for old boys. Look, they're medal pins to hold. Fine Chocolates by Nestle. The Nestle company. Yep, that predates sell-by dates. Right, sewing machine needles. Always a pleasure, never a chore. Packets. Oh, fuse wire. Fuse wire. Oh, look, Robin, man after your own heart. What? Fuse wire.
Excellent.
Wrapped around a little scrap of wood. 3 bits of fuse wire. Oh, there you go. You found a pair of those today.
Aye.
I wonder if it's his shed. Little pair of snips.
You'd be surprised. Well, that comes out the same place, yeah.
Yeah. Ooh. I've got sewing machine. There's a spool of thread. Oh, look at these tweezers. Look at my tweezers.
Oh, excellent. We have decent ones too.
I've got a sewing machine foot. Oh yes, that does not go on my machine. That is a beastie. His machines will probably have been there and been sold, but of course I'm not looking for not been looking at the sewing machines. I didn't see an industrial sewing machine there at all. These must have been fairly big beasties. Okay. Sewing machine accessories box there. And speedy needles. Oh my goodness, these are fine. Are these going to fit in my machine? I'm not 100% sure they'll fit in my machine. Certainly the ones with the flats will, but that's gorgeous. Speedy. And then we've got thread. Oh, fuse wire. You obviously blew fuses out a lot. Piece of silvery ribbon. Lots of pairs of tweezers, and tweezers with a hoof pick. Toenail pick. Ooh, that's going to be gross. I'm looking at Robin because he's the one with the disgusting that would need a hoof pick.
Steady on.
True. True or untrue?
Not true.
Totally true. So he obviously needed to get into his machines a lot. Maybe as he got older he needed lots of tweezers to thread them up. I've got a little paper packet, something in it. Oh, beastie. So they're leather sewing machine needles, surely. They are beasts. Absolute beasts. Oh, I have a needle threader. Yay. Another sewing machine needle. Right, so threads go in here. Right. There's more waxing for waxing threads. I mean, it's in a Benson and Hedges box, which I don't really want, but it's of its time, isn't it?
Put it on eBay.
King size, special filters. Eek. Oh heavens, this looks like a box for you, Robin. There's a box. I'm just going to clear my stuff out here. Oh, goody. That can be our Christmas decoration for this year. I've got a bauble, A1 bauble. Oh, and a walnut. I've got a red shiny walnut bauble. Excellent. An embellished bed linen. I've never opened. What's that? A pair of pillowcase. A housewife pillowcase. 1. Shiny pillowcase. I've got a heat mat, placemat with a flowers on it. I've got a book. I've got a book. Oh, there's nothing in it. Oh, the wooden soldier. I am a soldier made of wood. Oh, he's written 1 page. Oh, look at that. Can you see the writing? Now there's a story. Oh, wow. It's a play. Oh, rubbish. Oh, wow. This handwriting is exactly the same as my Nanny Bryn's, my grandma on my dad's side. That's just the same as my Nanny Bryn's handwriting. Look at this exercise book. That's beautiful. I've got a book here called... Oh, I've got cigarette cards, Robin.
Have you?
I have.
Oh dear.
I have cigarette cards.
No.
Oh my. Though we're going to look into that.
Yeah.
Yes, I've got quite a few sets of these here. I've got some beautiful flowers. I wonder if they knew they were in here. It's a complete album of cigarette cards. And cigarette picture album. That's empty. Oh no, it's not. Here we go. Here's the inside of that one. Oh my. I have cigarette picture albums. Oh, look at these. These are flags. Robin, I've got a full set of flags. Netherlands, Cape Colony, France, America, Bulgaria, Cape Colony, India, Victoria. What time is it? One's missing out of there. 2:30, Robin.
I know. I knew.
I'm going to have to look these up and see if these are worth anything. Because I don't know. Oh look, there's some very beautiful ladies. Very beautiful ladies. Wow. Sewing machine needles. More sewing machine needles. 2 timer plugs, monsieur. 2 timer plugs for you.
Oh, the joys.
Dodgy old piece of wood can go in the bin.
It's really interesting.
And these are all a bit rusty, so I probably won't be keeping these. 2 more needles. Not got to that one yet. I've got a jug without a handle, which probably... Oh, it's got people dancing on it. It's definitely got no handle on it at all. Oh, I've got the handle. It's obviously been put in carelessly. I've got a little pot for something. It's not got a pot, it's only got a divot on the top, made in China. And I have 2 clothes brushes. They're not shoe brushes, they're clothes brushes. Because they've got a little mirror.
Excellent.
So, hi. 2 clothes brushes. I think the cigarette cards are a bit of a find.
Yeah, I think so.
More tailor's chalk. I'll pop them away in a minute. I've got 2 pillowcases, never opened. And the linen room, 1 pair of housewife pillowcases, cream, never used. Oh, that was an egg. That was the stand for a Chinese painted egg, which it has been smashed to pieces in here. So this has been pushed from pillar to post. I have another era bauble. There's the handle of the jug. So that was on. Yeah, that's just had a bit of foul play. I think this has just been passed from pillar to post, hasn't it? There's also a very large crack down it, which has been there a long time because it's dirty as. So the little painted egg can't be salvaged. I've got a box with rusty things in it, a little bit of thread, and I've got a bag of towels. I've got 2 towels, Robin.
Excellent.
2 rather look like they're useful towels for the conservatory or kitchen floor towels, you know, those ones we need all the time, but we use nice towels for doing dirty jobs. So I'm just going to pick up the bits in there. There's quite a lot of loose. Oh, I'm not too sure about the egg thing. He's come to a sticky end. Oh, there's another piece of tailor's chalk. So I'll go through these and sort them out into what's good and what's not. Later on, you have hidden that off his phone, have you?
Yeah, I've deleted it.
Brilliant. I mean, I just don't want him to, because you know what he's like. He's the sharpest tool in the box. He'll go, my phone. Robin's just downloaded the Lego Super Mario app onto Austin's phone, which we had to get him to work the Lego hidden. What was it called? Hidden side. Only certain phones work, so we got him a reconditioned Google phone, because it was really only the really modern iPhones worked, and we're not an Apple conglomerate here. Right, that's my big box empty. So into this little shoebox here, I'm going to put all my little gubbins so that I can clear my decks and show you what else I've got here. Fusewire can be kept out. I think he was a tailor, and I think we have got I have his button supply, some of his threads. A lot of the threads were up before, but I think I've got his buttons. Right, now I have got a box here that Robin's interested in. The box is Smith's Guaranteed Alarms Rule the Roost. Spot luminous white case, pink dial. Important reminder. It's called Gay Dawn, but that's not what's in it. This is a Stanley box. Oh, there's sewing machine feet for a industrial sewing machine. He probably had a sewing machine for machining leather, I think. These look very... Oh my goodness, look, that's got a repair on it. Robin, I think you probably could have welded that up better. In fact, I think that's been soldered, not welded. Oh crikey. Right, I've got insides of sewing machines here. These are insidey parts, aren't they, of a sewing machine? Insidey bits of a sewing machine. Yes, this must be his spare parts box.
I'm not sure exactly what that is. Might be sitting in a can.
Yeah. There's sorted sewing machine foot, so this needs to be picked through, and I don't know, probably eBay'd as a lot, because it's nothing that's useful to me, and you never know what might be useful to somebody else. So, and the motor probably as well. I mean, it's really heavy. So I've got this super old, but people restore sewing machines, don't they? You know, they pick up there. Look, see, that's the drive, but oh my. So I think that's find the right person who needs that in their life. For me, eBay's not about, it's about relocating things to people they need them. Right, now here comes the other box. I don't know if this belongs to the same person or to a different person. There's my 3 Christmas ornaments I've already found. Okay, box number 1, little wooden box. Perfectly useful, looks like it should hold double pointed knitting needles to me. Valor. Genuine Valor wickless paraffin pressure stove repair parts. They look like they belong in your boxes, not my boxes. Right. Whatever that was, looks like it belongs to you and not me.
Oh.
Excuse me guys, I'm just going to move you down a little bit so you can see less of the junk that's over there. He's laughing because there's junk everywhere.
Boys and girls.
Go and get the kids. St Michael, which is Marks and Spencer's. A little, it's got honeysuckles on it and butterflies and some pretty little flowers on the other side. I'm just going to run a tiny experiment and turn the ring light off. Now it might be a bit late to the day to do it. Yes, I mean it's gloomier, but I think you can see. There we are. Is that going to be better? I've got a pretty little pot. I've got 2 bits of blue pressed glass. There's a look at the bottom, isn't it cool? I've got a candlestick and a little bits and tricks dish, which has got a piece of something. Right, I've got a little vase. It says England on it. Little single stem vase. Benson and Hedges, 50 Benson and Hedges. Oh, that's gross. Oh, belong to the same guy. Full of buttons. So he was a smoker, a tailor, and he had size 11 feet. That's all. Well, I do know his name because I found his name written on some things. 2 pressed glass. That one's got a big chip out of it. Candlesticks, but very sparkly in their own little sparkly way. A small bunch of locking devices. A torch that works. Small torch that still works. Ooh, my card back. Yes, thank you.
You can get that stuff.
You shouldn't get one. You could have got one from the garage.
No, packed.
Was the machine not working?
No, it was packed.
Oh. So I've got a very, very elderly tin here.
Dustin's going to be really proud at this.
I can't believe you've not moved it all already. You'll have to do it as soon as you get back. And this is full of the contents of a drawer by the looks of things. There's a tiny little shoehorn. Another one of those. And bits that belong in a garage.
Oh, excuse me.
Oh. That's a pretty tin. Needs a bit of a wipe down. Saw these before. These are the threads, spools of thread.
Right.
More sewing machine needles. Are you off, old man?
Yes.
Right. I shall see you in a bit. Bye bye. See you.
Right.
Drive safe. It's horrible out there.
Hey?
It's horrible out there. Drive carefully. That has been forced on there. There's a spool with crochet cotton on it. Oh look, these ones are glorious. Chain cord. Look at that. Coats, a couple of plastic ones, some Silcos. Brand new, still got the plastic on it. I'm totally up for using these guys. So I've got 2 tins of threads, and then I've got Long Life. This one's called, painted by somebody. It's oh, I can't quite read it. He's obviously from a series. He's lost a little bit of paint off his foot, and I think that chip, is that chip from his hat? No, it's not him. So I've got a little thing of a man laying down with a rather cute little dog, and then I've got these little guys on this. Is this from these? Right, this looks like it's from these. Corner of her pinny. There we go. A corner of her pinny. I think it's just resin. She's kissing him. He's looking really pleased with himself, these 2 little kiddies. It's nicely done, but I think it's resin. Yes, it's plastic, it's a resin. It's still been painted quite nicely. Not my thing. And then the last thing in this box is, hello Clivo. Right. Hello, my old man. Oh, you're a bag, aren't you? You're an old bag. Here, there's my old Clivo. He is 20. Happy birthday, Clive. Here's my big boy. He's very old. He's got a little old man, scratchy claws. Old clumpy claws. He is. I don't know how to quite grab him so you can meet him. He's, look up at the camera, Clivo. He's a black cat with white paws and a white nose and moustache, with those gorgeous white whiskers. But he's an old boy. I'm gonna jump him down because he doesn't like being jumping anymore because his bones are old. I'll feed you 2 minutes, Clive, and I'll feed you, okay? Because you meet Eric all the time, but you don't often meet Clive. So this is just like the one I had that I put my anchors in and my fancy floss. I've got another one, and this one's little handle goes up and goes down. So that's it, guys, and my hands feel really grubby and I want to go and wash them immediately. But that's my box diving for today. Not quite. Hang on. I want to show you. Well, Robin sent me a message. He WhatsApped me while he was there and said, I've got a car full, and he put, and we've got a free bee. Now he spelt it, it was spelt free and then a space and then bee. So I thought, oh crikey, in this old, that's going in his stuff. I thought, oh, there's been an old sleepy bee that's buzzed its way out of, you know, of one of the boxes because it was spelt like a bee, like a buzzy bee. And then he sent me a picture of a box of stuff, and I immediately went, oh crikey, you didn't bid on that. That's not ours. And then that clicked. He meant we've got a freebie. Not a free bee, not a bee that came for free, that, you know, a live bee, which is much more our style. Finding bees and wasps and things is much more our style than actually being given anything for free. And turns out he came home. I'm just going to put the fuse on. I'm just going to go over there and I'm going to lift something up. Alright, Clive, give me 2 seconds. I'm just going to put this up here. And by freebie, he meant a freebie, a box for free. This box here was given to him. So, I've got some willow pattern china now. I have got 2 gravy jugs. My last chippy gravy jug got smashed, so I've got 2 gravy jugs. I've got 2 large bowls to dish up stuff on the table, I assume, like vegetables and potatoes in those. I've got a darling little jug. And from the same set, Old Willow, English Ironstone Pottery, Skelton, Stoke-on-Trent, genuine hand engraving, acid and detergent proof, English Ironstone by Tableware Limited, England. Old Willow. Okay, perfect. I've got, well, a broken dish, never mind. I've got 1 broken dish and 5 cereal dishes. Same again. Staffordshire underglaze. I've got some willow pattern dishes. 1 of those, because that one's broken. Old Willow. It's all Old Willow pattern. This is the free space B. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 side plates. One oval platter. I don't have anything I can serve up stuff on. No, I've got the top of a cheese dome. Might be a butter dish, but butter dishes are usually squares, rectangles. I think that might be cheese dome. And 1 old Beaufort, made in England. That is very much older than everything else here. That one piece is older. And this is, again, Old Willow. So, put a big chunk of Stilton and then pop the lid on to keep it nice. This is free B. Robin's description was free B. What an imbecile that man is. Okay, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Old Willow plates. You understand with 4 children how much crockery we get through. My Denby has taken a battering. And I have 2 tureens. Old Willow, made by somebody else. This is all made in England. This isn't cheapo knockoff from somewhere else. This is English. And another one. This one doesn't have its lid. And then 1 big. Oh, it's so gorgeous. It's so gorgeous. Not just for the fact that it was free. I mean, I would never have bid on it. Would never cross my mind to get more crockery. But he was given it, which is just fabulous. I particularly like these big dishes. I love the 2-handled guy here. That is wonderful. Sugar bowl, creamer. Sugar bowl, creamer, tea set. I love that little jug. That dish, which is different, and the cheese dome or whatever it is. No, I'm just being silly there, trying to fit that in there. It's not going to fit. And dishes. And 2 gravy jugs. Yay! See, that one's completely different. Got a different stamp on it. Can't read it. It's under the glaze. All the others have got a nice descriptive. That one's got a big chip out of it, but I'll still use it for something. And then Robin has got tools and stuff. A big wooden box, a plastic bucket, one of these fruit boxes, and a drawer from a chest of drawers. But he's found these. It's a set of spanners. It's a little tiny, they're seized up. He'll get them moving. He'll get them moving. It's a set of tiny spanners. He's found a screwdriver. Look at that. With its tiny, teeny, I think it's a drill actually. I'd say that was a drill because that undoes. And I've got a little hand drill, much bigger than this. And I've just broken everything. I haven't, but there we go. I think that's a little tiny hand drill. And then he found a spanner. There's the spanner. Look at that spanner. Look at that little spanner. Isn't it glorious? Right guys, my hands are itching. I need to wash my hands immediately. But that's it. We've done it. We've unboxed it. Wow, I've got a lot of buttons. I've got a lot of buttons. And I'm going to pick out 24 of these little ones because they're all different colours. The little domed ones, like there's a red one and a green one. I'm going to get them soaking, get them all scrubbed up clean, and I'm going to use those to hang the advents off. So you've got a bit from the grand prize, and this was a freebie. Wow. I'll see you later, guys. Bye bye for now. Just tidying up, guys. I've just found the shopping list I wrote for Robin this morning. Does anybody else have a man like this that you have to do this with? Look. Where you find it in the shop. He's going to get to your deodorant first. And then 2 cat food. Big box. Look at what's on offer, but not Whiskers. Prefer Shiva. He bought a big box of Shiva, the 40 pouches. Right, 3, meaning these are all in the same aisle. Kitchen roll, cheapest own brand, ×2. He got 1 pack of 4, which is the same. Loo roll. The stuff I got last time was really good, but he bought something equivalent. And cling film, yes please. Trust him to find cling film. Tesco, that was for Tesco's, and I put and fuel and Costa. He didn't get himself a Costa because he paid at the pump because it was busy and he didn't want to go into the shop. Good man. So that's what I've got. I'm going to give you I don't want to show you too much of my living room because the place is like a tip again, but there's my cards. That I had to give Robin my bank card because he'd forgotten the PIN number to his, obviously. Right, I'll see if I can do it and I'll edit out round all the crap. My sofa, I have got an old drawer full of tools and a tube full of screws. Yay! He's going to keep this router and maybe use it as the lathe. Whole load of stuff there that he can punt in that box. And then also on my sofa I've got another router there complete with router bits in it, which he's going to try and sell. There's his fruit box full of God knows what. And then he's got this big wooden box filled with all sorts of old gubbins. And there's the planes. These are what he refurbishes and sells. So he's got some planes and some old crap. And there's another box here. Look, he's got a really quite good here screwdriver set, precision set. It's got some bits and pieces with it. It's really quite cool. And oh, I've just put my finger over the lens. I'm ever so sorry. I'm trying to work this all out. And every home should have one. A hand winch. We didn't have one, but we've got one now. Who knew? And there's another box there full of, don't know what, there's my tin full of garage stuff. He can take that away. Crikey. For good measure, here's Eric sitting on the table. You finally come to play, buddy. Boop. He's just pleased we've got more wet cat food. Oh, they were grumpy this morning. They were grumpy this morning, weren't you? Hey?